Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have finally decided to come down to the basement and show you guys my Star Wars gallery wall. I love this wall so much. I worked so hard on it. When we first were developing the basement, I had so many ideas. The first original idea was 9 identical posters of each of the Star Wars movies because I knew this was going to be a Star Wars wall. So the original idea was to get 9 matching posters for each movie. If you remember my video showing everything that I got leading up to developing the basement, I was really struggling because I wanted to find posters that I could get from like Etsy, so like a small business or something. But I was just really struggling to find 9 posters that, one, I liked, and 2, had a size that I could easily frame. Everything I found that I really liked, the frame sizes were so weird and you couldn't just like find easy frames from like Amazon or Walmart or anything like that. And it's like, hey, I'm already spending money on these posters. I don't want to like go and get custom framing done as well. So after a really long time and trying to find something that would work, I scratched the idea of doing 9 posters and decided instead to just do a gallery wall. And that's what we have here. So for the most part, everything on here is from like Etsy, small businesses, with the exception of a couple things that I've made myself. But I will get into each and every little piece as we go through everything. For the most part, I like to think that it's done. There's definitely some more room on that end that I could potentially add stuff to, but for the time being, I am extremely happy with this wall. I can't think of anything else I want to add or take away from it. Anyway, let's get into the wall and each and every piece. Looking at the wall, I think we're going to start from this end and move our way over to that end, because that end is definitely like a couple newer things. For the most part, I did the majority of this wall when we first finished off the basement. With a gallery wall, I highly recommend you finding a good spot on your floor that's large enough. So when I first laid all this out, I laid it out on the floor in this room before we had like a coffee table and stuff, just to get a general idea of how I wanted this all displayed. So anyway, let's get started. We'll go from this side over here. So the first thing over here is I have this picture of R2-D2 and C-3PO, and it has Kenny Baker and Anthony Daniels' autograph. It's not actually like they didn't actually sign this, it's just a copy of it. And this also includes some film cells from Empire Strikes Back. So we have that. And right below it, I have a signed picture of Daisy Ridley from the Last Jedi promotional photos. Again, this isn't actually signed by Daisy Ridley. It's just a copy of her autograph, but found this on Etsy. And this is a little TIE fighter. We also have an X-Wing somewhere else. This actually came from a Star Wars chess set that we were given for Christmas a few years ago from Sam's sister. We have this here because honestly, I don't really play chess, and I thought it would just be fun to have a little TIE fighter here. Going up and above almost everything, I have this poster of Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens. So fun fact, my little brother actually had this exact poster. We found it at Hobby Lobby a gazillion years ago. When he was moving out of my parents' house, we found this poster, and I kept asking him if I could have it, and he said no, he wanted to keep it. The shape of it just worked perfectly because at the moment we had nothing above these pictures here, so it would work perfectly right above it. So Sam and I just found a custom printer shop in our mall, and we brought in a photo of this and we just asked them to print it, and they did, and I think it was actually pretty inexpensive. So that's where we got that from. And then below that is the main kind of focal point of the wall, and it is a giant poster of the original Star Wars movie. So when I was designing this wall and I wanted the 9 posters, I like really didn't care what they looked like. I just wanted them to be kind of matching. But then when I decided to do a gallery wall instead, when I couldn't get those posters, I knew I wanted one giant poster, and I immediately knew it had to be the original movie because that's Star Wars. That's where this all started. That's where this all came from. So I actually got the poster itself off of Etsy. Again, if I can find it, if it's still open, I will link it down below. And then the frame is just a poster frame I honestly bought at Walmart. Oh, I also forgot, this one came with the frame. This one did not, so this frame I also just got at Walmart. So back to this poster. I absolutely love this poster. I think it works so well, and like I said, it's the original poster from the first movie. I also love it has all the names and stuff, especially my boy John Williams. So there is that. Above absolutely everything, I have Rey's staff. If you watched my video when I went to Disneyland back in 2021, I found the staff and I freaked the heck out when I found Rey's staff, because I have wanted something to display up above, most likely like a lightsaber. But when I found Rey's staff, I was so excited. And the best part about this was when I brought it home, it actually detaches in the middle. So I was able to travel with it in two pieces, because obviously this would not have fit in my suitcase, but because I was able to detach it, I was able to bring it home safely, and then I just hung it up with some nails on the wall. Moving over, here is a picture I kind of made. So these are just some postcards I got from a postcard set of the first 6 Star Wars movies. So I just picked a postcard from the first 3 movies. So we have A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. I just picked some of my favorite postcards from those ones, and I just stuck them on a piece of paper and put them in a frame. It was a super easy project, but I love how it turned out. And I found the colors actually kind of matched quite well. I don't know. It's a little sometimes hard to see because they are quite dark, but I like it anyway. And then up above that is that X-Wing I was talking about that goes with the TIE Fighter chess set. And then below the postcard picture, I have this poster here that I also got off of Etsy. It's not in a frame or anything, it's just in a sleeve. And Sam actually had this sleeve from some other posters that he had collected. One thing that I love about a gallery wall is that you can totally mix and match frames, and I think it makes it more aesthetic to mix and match all the frames and stuff. For the most part, all my frames are black, but I like that all my frames are like different like sizes and widths and everything, and it just makes it easier to find pieces. Because say that I bought this frame from, say, Walmart, and then I bought something new for the wall, but that frame wasn't available. Like, it could literally be any frame because it's a gallery wall, and I think it would still look good. So that's why I've left this one unframed. I think it just adds a little something else to the wall, like not everything being in frames. And all along here, I just have different symbols that you have seen throughout all of the Star Wars movies. So I just got these images off of Google Images, printed them out on some regular printer paper, and then stuck them in some tiny frames that I got off of Amazon. They are a little crooked. I'm sorry about that. We have the symbol of the Empire, the symbol of the Resistance, the Jedi Order, the Mandalorian crest, the First Order, and then the Separatist crest. That's what all of those are, and that was just, again, similar to that poster, a simple, very easy project I did by myself. Right beside that, I have a frame. It's like a Han Solo theme, and I actually got that from the same Etsy store I got the R2-D2 picture from. So this doesn't have any signatures or anything, but it does have more film cells of scenes that Han Solo was in. And then it has a special Han Solo pin. So I actually got this for free. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff from this Etsy shop that are all over the basement. And so the woman who I ordered all this stuff from, she tossed this one in for free because I got a lot of Star Wars stuff. She's like, you seem to like Star Wars. Here, have this one. So that's where I got this one from. Right above that, in the middle of these two pictures, is the newest item to my wall. I needed something small because, as you can see, there's not a ton of room. And I definitely could have done something bigger, but I thought of doing this and I just liked the idea. Again, just incorporating different things into the gallery wall instead of just pictures. So these are Han Solo's dice. And of course, when I decided I wanted to add these onto my wall, I could not find these when I went to Disneyland. I looked when I went to Disneyland in January and in September of 2023, and they just don't sell them anymore. And I know they used to sell them because when I went in December of 2019, they for sure sold them because my friend bought these for her brother. So I was really disappointed when they didn't have these anymore. However, one of my best friends, she does a lot of resin projects, and she actually bought dice molds. And so I asked her, could you make me Han Solo's dice? And so she had gold resin, and she just bought a simple gold chain. I think she said, honestly, just from the dollar store, or she even maybe had it from some of her jewelry making, because she's just the craftiest person in the world. So she made these for me. And yeah, they're not exact replicas of the Han Solo dice, but I like them. I think they look good on the wall. And then I just hung them up with just a hook. I think I got a pack of these hooks off of Amazon for a few dollars. And I do have a tiny bit more space that I could add things to, but I think we're okay for the time being. Anyways, I think the second newest thing to my wall, and that is the script for Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it is signed by almost the entire cast. Again, not actually signed by them. I think it's just copies, but that's okay. So I put this in a shadow box so that it kind of like sticks out a little bit, and also because it's so thick it wouldn't fit in a regular frame. I got this from my sister, actually. I think she found this off of Etsy, but she got me this for my 30th birthday, and I absolutely love it. So it is sealed up in plastic, but I did take it out of the plastic before I put it in the frame, and it is actually the entire script from like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, up until Rey handing Luke the lightsaber at the very end of The Force Awakens. I absolutely love this. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that The Force Awakens in particular is my favorite Star Wars movie, so I was so excited to include a little bit of that particular movie on the wall. So that is everything in detail of what is on my Star Wars gallery wall. I love this wall. I'm so happy with everything and how everything turned out. I will try to have everything listed in the description box of where I got things. I do know, unfortunately, that a few of the Etsy shops that I did get things from have since closed down. I know for a fact where I got this has closed down. Same with like the R2-D2 and the Han Solo thing. Those have all closed down, but I'll try to link as much things as I can down below. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. If you liked this, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I would love to have you here. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.